some of you may recognize me. I was on the 7th season of Taliban's Got Talent. Yeah, it was only shown on Al Jazeera in the Middle East. If you're not familiar with Al Jazeera, it's produced such classics as Mustafa's Angels, Beirut's Most Wanted, and my personal favorite, The Unreal Housewives of Baghdad. So even though everybody calls me Kash, my real name is Kashif Habib. Kashif in Arabic means lucky, and Habib means darling. So yes, my porn name is Lucky Darling. You might recognize me from a couple of porn movies. I was in Too Fast, Not Furious Enough, The Buy and the Curious, and Gone in 60 Seconds. I had a lot of nicknames growing up in England. Kids used to pick on me all the time. They used to call me credit card, debit card, ATM, cash machine, Pat Cash, Johnny Cash, cashew nut, handkerchief. But my favorite was cash and carry though. Cash and carry. But in the modern era, even my nicknames have been updated. Now people call me Venmo, Apple Pay, Google Pay, bloody PayPal. But I was born in Pakistan, which is in Asia, but I don't identify as an Asian. I identify more as a Caucasian. I'm a wannabe Caucasian. In fact, when I fill out surveys, I actually check the Caucasian box, but then I cross the cock part out. I know you can't tell, but I am biracial. My dad was born in Pakistan, and my mom was born in India. So yes, that basically makes me British. So the Indian part of me obviously works in IT. The Pakistani part of me will be available on Uber after the show. I'm sorry, that was way too stereotypical. And shame on you guys for laughing, that was terrible. Let me try it again. So the Indian part of me is obviously a doctor. The Pakistani part of me works at the 7-Eleven down the road. So, as you can tell, people have a hard time figuring out my ethnicity. Indians think I'm Arab, Arabs think I'm Persian, Persians think I'm Mexican, Mexicans think I'm Mexican. and the Americans, well, they just want me off the plane. But people have stopped asking where I'm from. Instead, they ask me where my accent's from. Yeah, it's like my mouth's separate from the rest of my body. You know, like my mouth took a gap year and traveled around England, learning the Queen's English, while my body lay on a beach in Cancun, getting a nice suntan. But I've just started inventing places up now. When people ask me, where are you from? I say, I'm from Ashwakanda. And they go, you mean Wakanda, like the Black Panther? No, Ashwakanda, like the Brown Panther. You know, it's a small country in Africa between Djibouti and Jomamistan. Official language is Jive. Main exports are vibrators and the weed ashwagandha. I was in Birmingham, Alabama a couple of weeks ago. Alabama.
We're sorry for you.
Yeah, they don't like Muslims down there, which is kind of ironic because you got literally Allah in the name. But I really love the diversity down there. I don't think I've seen that many shades of white since the last time I went to the paint section of Home Depot. I didn't realize that eggshell white was actually based on real human skin color. But I didn't really see many brown people down there. In fact, when I checked into the hotel, the guy at the front desk saw me coming and he said, "Are y'all Arabs?" And I kind of looked around me first. I was like, I don't know about anybody else, but I am Indian. I'm 100% Indian. And it was at that point he called the cops. But it's true what they say about the Southern charm. People were so friendly. Everywhere I went, they were calling me honey. baby, sweetie, sweetheart, darling, love. And that was just the guys. So I did become a US citizen just over a year ago. Thank you. I thought it might be about time, especially with our amazing, wonderful president. I still remember my citizenship exam. My favorite question was, how long does a US president serve for? And I said, oh, I think I know this one. I think it's 5 to 10 years, depending on the crime. Ukraine elected a comedian as their president last year. Yeah, a comedian. They basically looked at the US and said, anything you can do, we can do better. My ex-wife was Ukrainian, actually. Yeah, we only had sex on a quid pro quo basis. So I was at Starbucks the other day, getting a coffee, and she asked me for my name. I said it was Kashif, and of course they always get the name right at Starbucks. So she wrote down hashish. and so of course when the guy making my coffee, when he had it ready, he was calling out my name, hashish, hashish. And these 5 stoners got to it before I could. So, with the coronavirus going around, it is really important to keep your hands clean, right? So that's why I'm working on an invention. It's a hand sanitizer that kills 100% of all germs. Because think about it, I don't get those hand sanitizers that only kill 99.99% of all germs. I mean, what were they doing in the labs? Was there really one germ out of 10,000 that was just running around giving them the finger, saying, you can't get me? And they went, all right, mate, get lost, right? So I've invented these tiny little drones, and it's going to track that little bugger down. And he's going to build a wall around it. And then it's going to be the greatest hand sanitizer ever. It's going to clean your hands so good, even my tiny little hands. It's going to be huge. And I'm going to call it Kofefe X. Alright guys, my name was Cash, with a K, not with a C, but the S is a $sign down. Alright guys.